Hello and welcome back to another fun recap video of Animation Rundown. Today you will get to know about all that happened in the movie Superman Batman Apokolips. Before you get into the ride, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let us dive in. It has been weeks ever since Lex Luthor's arrest and the whole event of the impeachment of his presidency, as well as Superman and Batman's glorious victory of saving the world from a kryptonite meteor. And surprisingly, things seem very calm right now. However, that is broken soon by the unexpected crash of a spaceship in Gotham City. Batman immediately goes to investigate the vehicle when a young girl who is naked and has no knowledge of earthly language and customs accidentally wrecks Batman's boat. Once on the shore, a shoreman gives her a coat to cover herself, and then she walks towards the city. But things do not go her way since she unwillingly causes havoc in the city with her powers. Thankfully, Superman arrives in time and Batman uses a kryptonite to weaken her. After that, they find out that the girl was actually Kara Zor-El. She is the niece of the late Jor-El and Lara, which makes her Superman's very first cousin. She explains that she looks younger than him because she was in suspended animation for decades as a result of her rocket crashing off course. Overjoyed, Superman delightfully makes her accustomed to Earth and helps her to adjust to the planet's ways. But Batman has his own doubts and even goes as far as thinking that Kara could be their enemy. He thinks that it is too much of a coincidence that Superman's first cousin showed up unexpectedly and to Earth at that. Upon hearing of the suspicions that Batman holds for her, Kara says that she would never hurt her own baby cousin. She goes on to say that Batman has no heart. As informed by Batman, Wonder Woman and Lila meet Clark Kent and Kara while they were strolling in the park. They tell Clark that they will be taking Kara to Themyscira, as that is the only place where she will be able to learn how to control her powers safely. Superman is not too happy about this but still agrees on the condition that he can keep his eye on her. Hearing this, Batman and Wonder Woman ridicule him for the care that he has for Kara and tells Superman not to trust her so blindly just because she says she is his cousin. Meanwhile, back in a desolate Apokolips, Darkseid learns of Kara's existence on Earth. He calls for Granny Goodness and tells her that he wants Kara to come to Apokolips. With Big Barda no longer under his control and the warrior treasure unsuitable for the job, the only person who is up for the job of the leader of the female Furies, according to him, is none other than Kara. Fast forward to 2 months, Kara has improved a lot and Batman and Superman watch as she fights Artemis. But once Superman thinks that she's in danger, he interrupts their fight. Kara flies away in anger and later tells Lila that she knows Superman is trying to protect her, but she can't hold back her anger. She further confides in Lila that she feels more lost than ever now and everybody's concern isn't helping with it. Lila, trying to reassure her, says that she also felt the same way when she came to Earth, but Diana made her feel at home, and she will do the same for Kara as well. Kara admits that the Themyscirians are welcoming, and that says that she has found her only true friend in Lila. Kara urges Lila that they should swim a little to cool off a bit. However, Lila is reluctant and seems worried about something. Just as things looked calm, a horde of Doomsday clones arrived, but they were no match for Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Amazonian army. But they realized too late that all of the Doomsday clones were just a distraction. While they were busy fighting the army of Doomsday clones, Granny sneaked up on Kara and kidnapped her, just as Darkseid had asked her to do it. Looking for Batman, they find him near Lila's dead body. He remarked that the Doomsday attack was a diversion, and says it looks like Lila did not go without a fight but tragically died. Once Granny brings Kara to Darkseid, he brainwashes her into serving him and gives her an outfit change, which makes her look more evil. Back on Earth, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman waste no time coming up with a plan to save their new friend Kara. They ask for Big Barda's help as she would be able to help them find their way to Apokolips. Superman quickly infiltrates the palace while Big Barda and Wonder Woman try to sneak into the fighting area but get ambushed by Granny Goodness and the female Furies. As Superman enters the castle, he faces Darkseid and says that Kara will come with him. To this, Darkseid devilishly replied by saying that Kara would highly disagree with Superman's decision. He sends Kara to attack a reluctant Superman and stands back and watches. He orders, "Do not hesitate, kill him." Little does Darkseid know, Batman has found Darkseid's supply of hell spores, the source of the fire pits on Apokolips. Darkseid is surprised when Batman arrives behind him and says, "It's over, Darkseid." Batman triumphantly tells Darkseid that he reprogrammed the code and activated the hell spores. At first, he thinks it is a bluff, but when Batman says the password, he can't believe it. Batman further threatens him by saying that Apokolips will not be able to survive the wrath of 500 hell spores when a planet bursts into flames with only one of them. Out of anger, he crashes Batman into a pillar. The crash's sheer force breaks the pillar. Darkseid continues to say that he can end Batman by only using his eye-beams, and to that Batman coolly replies to and says, "But that wouldn't stop the hell spores, would it?" While he is choking Batman, the hero lays down a deal for him. He says that if he frees Kara and leaves her alone, only then will Apokolips live to see another day. Suddenly, Darkseid's frown turns into a smile and he says, "Well played, and let's go of Batman." He praises Batman and says that if it was either Superman or Wonder Woman, then they would have surely lost, but won purely because of Batman's intelligence. Just as he says that, Superman defeats Kara, and because of his attack, Kara lands straight in front of Darkseid, and behind him, Wonder Woman and Big Barda arrive with a tied-up Granny. With so many odds against him, Darkseid gives up and frees Kara, and the heroes leave Apokolips and take Kara back to Themyscira. Yet that was not the end of Darkseid's schemes. Going back to their lives, Clark takes Kara to the Kent farm, Smallville, where his adoptive parents live. Kara remarks that their house is very different from anything in Krypton and even Metropolis, as she is welcomed by a hen and its chicks. But just as they are about to open the door to the house, Darkseid throws a punch from the other side of the door, making Superman fall into a nearby field. Darkseid claims that he had promised that he will not come for the girl, that is Kara, but that does not go the same for Superman. According to Darkseid, his death has been overdue. He attacks Superman with his Omega beams, but Kara gets there in time, pushes Superman, and takes the blow, which makes her unconscious. Seeing this, Superman advances towards him angrily, but Darkseid easily grabs his neck and starts choking him. And when Superman tries to use his heat vision, Darkseid covers Superman's eyes with one of his gigantic hands. As a result, Superman takes the blow of his own attack, after which Darkseid uses his beams at him again and tosses him in the sky until Superman is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, Kara appears out of nowhere and lands a heavy blow at him. Darkseid fixes himself and says that it is such a shame that she could have led his army, but instead, she will burn to ashes because of his beams. Kara is unfazed by his threat and tells him to bring it on. In the exchange of fists and beams that occurred, Darkseid stomps Kara further into the ground. However, she narrowly escapes being later hit with his beams again. Even with numerous bruises and torn cloth, Kara gets back up. She dodges Darkseid's attacks expertly and tosses him here and there, blow by blow. Despite showing such heroism and courage, he takes her down again and bruises her with his Omega beam. Right then, in space, Superman gets charged by the sun and wastes no time in going back to Smallville. As Darkseid leaves Kara's unconscious body and says that he will meet her again and opens a portal to go back, Superman interrupts him. Superman is horrified at Kara's state and crashes Darkseid through the barn, trees, and anything that came their way. He even puts a huge chunk of Earth on top of Darkseid. But even then, Darkseid uses his beams to get out of it and attacks Superman again. Superman gathers all of his strength, and even though the force of his power causes a literal tornado, Darkseid only gains a nosebleed. He regains his composure and starts using the beam on Superman again. At the same time, Kara regains consciousness and spots the mother box. Seeing the portal open behind Darkseid, Superman summons his strength again and throws Darkseid into it. He goes back to Kara and embraces her. As they sit down, Superman wonders about Darkseid's next visit to Earth, to which Kara has a very satisfying answer. She told him that Darkseid had taught her how to change the coordinates in the mother box, and she did so when she opened the portal, making him land in a random spot in space. In the end, Kara decides that she wants to fight for altruism under the alias of Supergirl, and her idea is supported by all of her friends, Wonder Woman, the Amazons, and Superman. Thanks for watching the video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel Animation Rundown. See you in our next video.